What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com, and today we're going to look at the best QB run playbooks in college football 26. These are simply the best ones that have the most amount of QB design runs, not option. That's a separate concept altogether. We're talking about runs designed for the quarterback just to simply move up the gut, left, right, what have you. There are plenty of playbooks in this game that have plenty of QB runs. I have to end the line somewhere. So we're going to look at the top 7. We're going to work our way up to the playbook that has the most amount of QB runs. And if you need a full list of this, you can go over to my College Football 26 playbooks page. I'll have a link in the description below. Let's start off with the Utah spread playbook. This is a different playbook from last year. They were more of a single back pro style look. Now it is a pure spread playbook, plenty of shotgun. It's got a strong formation and a split T formation. If you go over to play type and you go to run, and here are your QB runs, we got 17 of them. So this is kind of what to expect in terms of the amount of plays we're going to look at throughout the rest of these playbooks. QB zone, we got some pre-snap motion. We got a fake jet with QB lead, QB wrap. So some of these you may have a pulling lineman or what have you. Most of these are just straight line QB zone. As you see this one here, I'm going to call this one out of an empty look. It's the most basic run play you could ever think of. Is this stuff right here. You know, just very simple. You know, nothing too extravagant, but these are very fun to use if you got a quarterback that can handle it. But again, we got 17 plays here, and a lot of it's just strictly from the shotgun. We even got a QBG down, which is really cool. It's a pulling guard to the same side. Then we got a jet sweep off of that, and a fake jet sweep with a QB counter. Just some really good stuff. And of course, there's QB sneak out of goal line normal. But don't forget to go to the draw section, though. You go to draws, and we actually have a QB draw. So to me, that is a QB run. But in this game, they put this in the draw section, as you would imagine. So between all that, 17 plays, and just this being a good spread playbook, I think you'll really like this one. Next up, we have the Northern Illinois multiple playbook. It's considered multiple. It's got just a wide variety of formations, plenty of shotgun. We got quite a bit of pistol. We got plenty of single back. And we also have plenty of wildcat. Pay attention to this because a lot of our QB design runs are going to come from here. But with some of these formations, you can sub in the QB at the QB spot besides the default halfback that's in here. So just kind of keep that in mind as we go look at these QB runs. So you go to play type and run, you go over to QB run, and we got 18 total plays. So we got 2 true QB runs, QB wrap, and then fake jet pass power. Then pay attention to the rest of these. Halfback wrap. What's it coming from? Wildcat Jumbo Z weak. Then we got more Wildcat plays. As you would imagine, this has, I think, as many Wildcat formations as any playbook in the game. Maybe Arizona State has as many. I have to confirm that. But anyway, you got plenty of Wildcat-based stuff. But again, you can sub in your QB, at least in some of those formations, if you want to. So plenty of there to work with. I'm going to call it just like a basic blast out of a just a Wildcat look. Again, this is my halfback and number 1. So these are great. You know, I mean, Wildcat's been around forever. It feels like at least 20 years or so. And if you need to get your halfback involved in stuff like this is just a great playbook for you. Let's go check out the draws. You just never know. We may have a QB draw and we do not. So again, all your QB runs are going to come from here, but don't forget you can put in your QB in via a sub package. Next up, we have the Army option playbook. This is the first option playbook we're going to look at in this video. As you would imagine, most of these true option playbooks are going to have plenty of designed QB runs. But you look here at their formations, plenty of flex bone. We got some pistol. We got some shotgun. If you like that combination of things, especially if you need some flex bone thrown in there, you can't go wrong with this playbook. But let's go over to play type and let's go to the run section. And QB runs, we got 18 in here as well. But look where they're coming from. A lot of flex bone, more flex bone. Then we got some shotgun. This is another reason I wanted to point this one out. We got one out of gun heavy. We got another one out of gun heavy and some from other shotgun formations as well. We got a QB power G. I want to show off this one. This is pretty cool. It's a front and side guard pull. I think if you could just be patient, get decent blocking, you can have a lot of fun with a play like that. Most of the time you got a backside guard pulling for you. But anyway, I think that's a really cool play. But 18 plays, and a lot of this is, again, it's all pretty much from the shotgun, or we got a handful of flex bone plays if you need it. Let's go over to the draws, and we have a QB draw from Empty Academy, and that is it. So I did want to point that out. You do got a true QB draw built in there. So total of what, 19 plays? You can't go wrong with that. If you need a good option playbook with plenty of design runs for the QB, you can't go wrong with this one. And of course, you got as much option as you could handle, as you see here with 89 plays. Next up, we have the Air Force option playbook. Very similar to the Army playbook. We got plenty of flex bone. We even got a little wing bone, which I think is pretty cool. Power eye. We got a Maryland eye formation. We even got a little bit of pistol. We got some empty pistol, which I think is pretty neat. Then we got some shotgun formations if you need them. So that's a cool combination of formations. But let's head over to play type. Let's go look at the runs. QB run, 20 total of these. Starting off, we got plenty of flex bone QB runs, more from flex bone. More from flex bone, but now we got a little pistol empty, a QB blast. You got a few more from the pistol empties. Then we got one from gun split, a power read, a follow. Then we got a QB power. We got a fake jet pass power, a QB wrap. I'm going to call this fake jet. So if you're going to run any type of jet sweep, you want to include this play with it just to give the defense a different look. See if I can make a decent play here. Really fun stuff, just different ways to get your quarterback on the move. So 20 total plays. I mean, you just can't go wrong with what we got going on here. Most of them it's going to be shotgun, which again, I like. But if you need to mix in some of that flex bone, you can. Let's go look at the draws. We don't have any QB. We got one technical. We got a flex bone trio right QB draw. So make sure you include that. So between all of those QB runs and any of this option you want to throw in, you have more than what you need to get your quarterback running. Next up, we have the Notre Dame Power Spread Playbook. This is a very popular playbook. It's got a lot of really cool things in it. Usually your blue blood playbooks are going to get a lot of love and attention thrown at them, and this one is no different. If you look at the formations, we got a ton of shotgun, as you would imagine. We got a little bit of pistol if you need it, and we got one wildcat formation. But let's go over to the play types, and let's look at the QB runs. We got 21 QB runs here. All of them, or majority of them, going to be from the shotgun, as you see here. Some QB power. We got some pre-snap motion with that G down. Some zone, more G down, QB lead. A lot of pulling action with some of these. Look at that escort QB blast. And we got a QB wrap, G down. So if you need a pulling QB run game, this one is absolutely excellent, as you can tell. More G down, a QB sweep. Then we got a basic power on top of that. We got counter. And we only have a handful of the wildcat play. So if you just need plenty of basic QB runs, man, this is just a great playbook to fool around with. I'm going to go ahead and just call one just to throw. Let's do this other G down. We're gonna have a little pre-snap motion built into this one. We're gonna motion the receiver over, and then we're gonna pull the front side guard, if I'm not mistaken. And then we can go through here. Just know where to go. I probably should have went to the outside on that one. Either way, if you need a real pulling centric QB run game, you can't really do much better than this one. Let's go check out the draws just in case. There's hardly any draws in this playbook, and there isn't one for the QB to say the least. But either way, an excellent playbook. I highly recommend it. Next up, we have the Kansas State Power Spread Playbook. This has been a similar playbook for the last couple of years. Colin Klein, he's now at Texas A&M, but this is just a great Bill Snyder-esque type of playbook. And we got plenty of shotgun formations. We got some pistol. We also got a really good amount of I formation, if you like it. I'm a big fan of that. We got a strong formation. Let's go over to the play types and let's go look at the QB runs. We got 21 here as well. We got someone from gun ace. We got a zone. We got a blast. We got a power. More power. We got a wrap with a backside fake wheel or a screen, a bubble, I guess. A QB zone. We got a counter, more counter, a QB wrap, a fake jet pass power, more QB wrap and power. Just a lot of, this one's got a bit more pre-snap motion than the other ones we've looked at so far. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's some really good stuff in here, but just a ton. I'm going to go ahead and call this one from empty, though. I think the empty ones are really fun. Now, I may get beat up badly here because we're outnumbered up the middle, but that's all right. Either way, really cool playbook if you like the combination of some pistol, wildcat, or I formation. And let's go look at the draws just real quick. Do we have any QB draws? We do have one, and it is at a gun empty base flex. So 22 QB runs. Not bad, especially when you got if you need a little extra option, you got 32 plus plays to work with as well. Last but not least, the Penn State Power Spread Playbook. This one has more QB runs than any playbook in the game. It's going to be mostly shotgun. So this playbook is all about the gadget. You know, last year they had that big tight end who played every position imaginable. I think he kicked, he punted, he done everything. So that gadget feature that's in this game, well, this is kind of built off of this playbook. So again, plenty of shotgun. We got some wildcats, some weird wildcat stuff, as you see, like this wing flex and let me go to trips, tight end, just wild looking stuff. We got some pistol in as well. Just a really cool combination of things. Well, let's head over to the play types. Let's go to run. And let's look at the QB runs. We got 25 total. We got double motion halfback sweep. We got a halfback wrap, a G down. We got power G, QB wrap, blast, jet QB power. We got a follow, counter wrap, a blast. And now we're getting to some of the Wildcat GT wrap, QB power, QB wrap, more sweeps, more wraps. We got a blast, a power G. It just goes on and on and on. Again, very Wildcat heavy. If that is your thing, again, this is the other really good Wildcat playbook besides, I guess, Northern Illinois, maybe Arizona State. So, but again, you can throw your quarterback in there at that spot if you need to. I'm going to call one at the very top. I thought that was pretty cool. This double motion halfback sweep. I love that. I think that's just awesome that it does that. I'm glad that they introduced that to this game. Some playbooks like to do some of that stuff where you do that double motion like that. I think that's just a really cool little trick to get your halfback on the move. Yes, that's a halfback play, but still, I just wanted to point that out. But either way, 25 total plays. I mean, this is just an absolute load. If you really just can't figure out what type of QB run game you're really wanting and from which formations, I would start with this playbook and kind of work your way on down and figure out which one you really like. Let's go look at the draws just in case. This isn't a draw-heavy playbook and there's no QB-oriented draws, but between 25 QB runs, and if you need to mix some of this option in, you got almost 30 plays there. You just can't go wrong getting your quarterback on the move with this playbook. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.